At least 17 people were killed, dozens were wounded today when Russian shelling struck a market in the city in eastern Ukraine. Emergency workers were trying to extinguish fires at the site of the attack. Officials said at least 28 people were wounded. Crews searched the rubble for trapped civilians. 20 shops, power lines, administrative buildings, and the floor of an apartment building were all damaged. We have more national headlines now. Let's send it over to Alan Miller.
Monica, Secretary of State Antony Blinken met Ukraine's president during an unannounced visit to Kyiv today. Blinken told the leader the U.S. will continue to support Ukraine militarily and economically. He was set to pledge more funding for military and non-military aid. It's his third trip to the Ukrainian capital since the start of Russia's invasion. He's visiting to hear the latest on Ukraine's counteroffensive, which is moving into its fourth month. E. Jean Carroll was handed another win against former President Trump. A federal judge found him liable for defaming Carroll. The jury will only need to decide how much he will have to pay her. The newest ruling involves statements the former president made in 2019 when Carroll first went public with the claims. He continues to deny any wrongdoing and has appealed the jury's verdict and rulings against him. The Justice Department and the Navy say they have planned to speed up a backlog of tens of thousands of claims by veterans who were exposed to toxic water at Camp Lejeune. There are more than 93,000 claims by Marines, their families, and civilian employees tied to contaminated water they drank and bathed in at the North Carolina base. Water was tainted for years. It came from leaky storage tanks and chemical dumping. There are also more than 100 new employees being hired to focus on claims processing. And one of the stories we're working on for First News at 6, a Williston daycare that was expected to open this week will have to wait, and it doesn't have to do with a lack of helpers. Back to you, Monica.